Too little, too late. We mount a little bit of a comeback towards the end, but when you put yourself in the hole like we did, we just did not have what we needed to be the team that came out on top, the entire day. USC fully deserved that victory. We turned the ball over way too many times. We had 12 turnovers in the first half. When USC gets out in transition, they're really good. They like to play fast. They hit some shots in transition, and once the second half started, we just couldn't get out of each other's way, and it got to 20 really quickly. And once that happened, our kids responded, but again, it was much too late to win the game.
Coach, what did you guys do in the last 2:46 to really carve it down to a 5-point game?
Well, we made a few shots. We applied full court pressure. USC played tentative. They played like that team that's holding the lead in football, and just they're going to run. So we knew that they were going to be thinking more time oriented rather than score oriented. So because of that, you can minister pressure, and we created some turnovers because of their unsureness. But like I said, in the end, it wasn't enough to earn the victory.
Did you consider doing that full court pressure earlier or in the first half because of the spark it ended up giving you?
No, we were on 3 games in 3 days, and we're not necessarily a pressing team. Matt and Isaiah are big-bodied kids. It's not something that that's our makeup. But give our kids credit. They found a way to get some energy. We needed that same energy in the half court defensively. We needed that same energy communicating in transition defense the last 2 days. That's the energy you have to play with. That's the desperation you have to play with, and we didn't do that.
Chris, I know we're probably walking the line of moral victory on this question, so I apologize up front. But the last 4 minutes, what kind of a springboard can they be for you guys going forward?
No, you answered your own question. That's irrelevant to me. We have to become a much better team, a team that values the ball, that rebounds, better than we have in this tournament. We played really good competition all 3 days in a row, but we weren't up to the task, and this team has to figure out a way. We have to figure out a way as coaches to become better, and we will.
You've got 8 or 9 days now, I think, to be playing against. What's maybe the priorities when you get back home?
Well, we'll watch the tape. I think off the top of my head, I feel like we've done a terrible job to take care of the basketball. It seems like every game we play, we're between 15 and 19 turnovers. And, good offensive teams don't waste possessions. It goes without saying we have to become a better free throw shooting team, a team that moves the ball on offense. Offense has really plagued us. Today was the first day that we played poorly defensively, which is disappointing. But, our team over the last 3 days disintegrated. We have to get that back.
Before coming down here, you said that the team hadn't really faced its first big test of adversity yet, and here clearly there were 3 games with a lot of adversity. What do you take away from this event with the team, and kind of looking forward?
Well, it's a great question. I think we got all the adversity and more that we wanted, and we didn't respond well. And we're going to have to figure it out as a team, how to come together when tough moments happen. And, it's easy to be that team that shares the ball, gets 20 assists when you're up 15, 20 points in your home arena. But when you're down 5 points, down 7 points, another team goes on a 10-0 run, these guys have to figure out a way to stick together. And like I said, they will, but they didn't this past weekend.
Isaiah, Matt, if you would address just it had been a rough couple of days already. Everybody's tired with third game in 3 days. Last 4 minutes, you guys probably played the best basketball of the weekend. Where did you guys kind of find that spark from?
I think the sense of urgency definitely sort of propelled us in those last 4 minutes. I don't think that we didn't play hard the whole game. I felt like, from the minute we walked out on the floor to warm up, we were playing hard, and that's something we had talked about the night before, that we wanted to make sure that we played hard and that we were going to get out hustled. And I think we did that, but now we're focusing so much on that we didn't put it all together. We have to put it all together. We've got to be able to play hard, but also talk on defense. Play hard, but also get stops, make shots. It's stuff where you can't harp on one aspect and single that out. But in the last 4 minutes, the sense of urgency made us sort of all have to come together and, you know, make sure that we brought it all together. And, you know, that's what we'll look to do from here on out.
Isaiah, anything?
I mean, I would definitely agree with Matt. I would also say that, I mean, we played hard, but we didn't really play smart. Like, I don't think we've given up that many transition buckets, and you know, since we started the season. So, I mean, I think that was really a reason why they went on the run that they did. But like Coach Mack said, a little too late that we stepped up the intensity and wanted to win. I guess our will was. I mean, we should have started that when the ball got tipped off, and we would have been fine. But it was way too late.
Isaiah, are you surprised at all by not having that spark, knowing coming off the previous game with Tennessee that there were kind of some, you know, you guys weren't maybe your best energy-wise or, you know, game-wise in that outing?
I honestly thought we were going to play better, but it happens. We hit adversity, and now we just have to go back home, go back to the drawing board, and make sure we're a more together team than we were these past 3 days, and you know, go on a winning streak from here.
Matt, after winning the first 5 games, what do you take away from this tournament going over 3?
You know, I think we'll take away that we're going to have to learn to bounce back, and that, you know, when conference play starts, it's going to be the Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Friday. You know, if you lose a game, you got to turn around and be ready to play the next one. And you know, coming off these 3 losses in a row, it sort of shows that, you know, when you're going to go on the road, you have to be a together team, like Isaiah said. And you know, I think we have the guys that want to do that. It's not that we don't have team chemistry. It's not that one guy wants to do something, you know, yelling at another guy, telling him not to do it. It's just that we have to make sure we're all on the same page and that we know what we're getting into from here on out.
Chris, Miles Davis and James Clark got to start today. Was that just based on the way they played in previous games, or just a way to mix things up?
Yeah, I thought a change was needed.